You know what it is, you know what it is. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. I'm in the middle of this book titled, It's How We Play the Game, written by the founder, I don't want to call him the founder, but the CEO and president, basically the founder of Dick's Sporting Goods. His name is Ed Stack. The reason I don't give him credit as being the founder is because it was his dad who started the company, Richard Stack, Richard also known as Dick Stack, and he bought his dad out and now it's his company, right? And first of all, let me start off by telling you what took me to this book. I'm listening to it I'm listening to the Audible version of it. And I bought it right after I listened to one of Dre Baldwin's episodes on the Work on Your Game podcast. I bought it right after that episode in which Dre talked about how to find clarity in your business. And once I listened to that episode, I realized my ideal target, my ideal audience, my ideal client would be someone who runs multiple sporting goods shops. As I've told you, if you're a regular listener, a regular consumer of my work, you know that in the past I've told you, my vision, my path to take a business owner is, they listen to one of these videos, they listen to a podcast, they buy a book, they bring me in for a fee to do a workshop or some sort of a speaking opportunity, more specifically a workshop, and then after that I bring them onto the Move Swiftly Marathon and I get them to join the Move Swiftly Marathon. That is my process. That is the clarity that I realized once I listened to his episode. So shout out to you, Dre, if you're listening. Anyway, so I've been reading all about how Dick's Sporting Goods got started, and I'm about a little over halfway through it. And I was trying to wait till I finished it to give my review on it, to give my thoughts on the book and the company overall. But I listened to something this morning that I could not wait to tell you guys. It was that real. All right, so many gems, by the way. If you're in sports, by the way, make sure you go get a copy of that book. That thing, man, there's so many lessons to learn. But anyway, Ed Stack addressed his competitors. He addressed competition, and this was right after he talked about how he bought out this other sporting goods company named Galleon or something like that, and he was discussing the competition between he and Sports Authority. If you can recall, if you're old enough to recall, there was a sporting goods shop out there by the name of Sports Authority. All right, and he tells me, it feels like he's telling me, but he says this in his book. He says, listen, when it came time for him to compete with Sports Authority, he went around the entire staff. He was in a meeting or whatever, and he went around the entire staff and he said, all right, he asked all of them, why do you guys come to work every day? What motivates you? What pushes you? Why do you want to work for this company? Some of them said sales, some of them said the marketing, some of them said the customer service. And when it got to Ed Stack stopped and he went into the bathroom. And this is the way, I'm just going off what he said in the book, right? He said that he went to the bathroom and threw up because he was that disgusted with their answers. Right? And he came back and he said, listen, the reason you work for this company, the reason you're part of this business is for the competition, to compete, to go out there and compete, all right? And that, my friend is, as he was talking about that, he started talking about how his company or his Dick's Sporting Goods used to purposely put certain stores right across the street from a Sports Authority and watch us outwork you, watch us outcompete you, watch us outsell you. All right, and that's the mentality I want to impart with you guys today. Yes, it's great to have friends and affiliates and all that, but at the end of the day, if you're going to get anywhere in business, you got to love that competition. You got to love to go out there and compete, go out there and make the best, and compete with the worthy opponents. Compete with people that are going to bring the best out of you, and you're going to bring the best out of them. So just have that mentality of competing, and you'll always, if you have that mentality, I'm telling you, if you have that competitive nature about you, if you have that competition, that mentality, it's a fucking mentality, that Mamba mentality, baby. If you have that with you, I'm telling you, it's going to take you somewhere far in life, all right? Dive deeper into all of this. The main website, makeyourmove.com. That's makeyourmove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and self-development needs. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker. Checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.